Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sadasivasmarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sahana Vavadu Sahana Punattu Sakabhiryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vadidamastuma Vitvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Om Sargasthiti Pralayakedum Achintya Shaktim Vishveshwaram Vidida Vishwam Anandamurtim Nirmukta Bandhanam Aparasuka Amburashim Sri Vallabham Vimalabodhakanam Namami Yasya Prasadat Ahameva Vishnuhu Mayyeva Sarvam Parikalpidam Cha Ittam Vijanami Satatma Rupam Tasyankri Patmam Pranatosmi Nityam. Namaskaram. In the Vakkya Vritti on the Tvam Vicharam, we started the Tvam in which for which the Guru has given us the knowledge that you are the Atma, you are Sat and Chit. The same phrases that we use for Parabrahmam, Satchidanandam, is directly used by the Guru to say you are Sat, Chit and Anand. Sat is that which is eternally existing, not going through modification, nirvikaram, and therefore the body and the mind and the intellect, the emotional part, the physical part, the intellectual parts, which keep on changing, cannot be you. And certain pramanas, sadhanas like Drishya Vastu Vegam, all that is used to show that you are not that. So the Sat has been seen, Chit has been seen. Now we come to Anandam. So Anandam is you. Who says this? Vedas say this. Veda is a pramanam, agama pramanam. So in Vedantam takes Vedas as the absolute truth and validate the Veda Vakyas by the Yukti Pramana, Nyaya Sastras, Anubhavas. We don't challenge the Vedic assertion. We try to find out what causes the inadequacies in us for not able to comprehend that. And for that, we pursue the study. So, I am Ananda, you say. You don't agree, we don't agree. Therefore, we must use logical reasoning to say that has got merit in accepting it. So very simply, the Yukti Pramanam, I would say, see, Anandam is unbound happiness. If you keep the Sukham at a level lowered by sensation level, the pleasure, Anandam is a happiness. Just for, you can use any words, but we just differentiate that. So that's joy that you have, inexplicable joy that you have. Now, whatever gives you that Anandam is what you love. Think about it. Anything that you love is because that is giving you that Anandam. We may not understand what Anandam is. We take it as a Priyam, Sukham, physical pleasure, psychological pleasure. So we may grope around it, but essentially we are looking for that joy that we have inside. You have to think about things that you loved before. Now you may not love it. Why? It doesn't give the same level of joy, happiness anymore. So the preeti, the priyam that you put on those objects of love changes, right? In the Bhajagovindam, Bhashyakara says, Yavat vitto bharjana shaktaka tavan nijabari varo raktaka pascha jivadi jarjara dehe vartam gopina prichadikeke. Yavat vitto bharjana shaktaka. Or as long as you are fit and able to support the family by earning wealth and giving them what resources that you want, everybody in the family or around you with affection, but no one at home cares for you, even have a word about you. When your body becomes invalid and tatters due to the old age, it is a harsh truth. See, when you're not pursuing the truth, it's always fine. We say ignorance is bliss, right? What is ignorance is bliss? That means not knowing something doesn't make you worry about something which you otherwise will worry. Therefore, we remain ignorant. That ignorance gives you a bliss. Is that the bliss I am? Do you really want to be ignorant? In sleep, I am ignorant. I am blissful sleep. Anandam there. Is that the Anandam that I am looking for? There was a question raised by Mukund before, I do the neti logic to negate whatever I see is not me, because I'm seeing it as an object of experience. The body is not me, mind is not me. Annamaya Kosham, Naham, na, I'm not. Pranamaya Kosham, I'm not, because I see the breathing. Manomaya Kosham, I'm not, because mind I'm seeing, I see my thoughts. Vijnanamaya Kosham, even my decisions I am aware of, I'm not. Therefore, there is something called Anandamaya Kosha. They say, am I that? Because the very word tells you you are not. Kosham means a sheath, cover. Ignorance is a kosham. Anandamaya Kosha means that avidya that you have, ignorance that you have. Ignorance of what? Ignorance of who you are. But does just give me happiness? Yes, it is. So why can't you just sleep all the time? You don't sleep all the time because you know that happiness also is not what you want. You see, leave the Vedanta for a minute. Even in life, sometimes you say, why know all these things? See, the ignorance can also be seen as a simple ignorance, that you just didn't have a chance to come across a point, therefore you don't know it. Therefore, when the simple ignorance is removed, you normally enjoy it, because something you did not know, now you know. Simple ignorance. The willful ignorance is you don't want to know. I don't want to know. Because because I have an opinion, because that will be something which hurt me. It will challenge me. It will wreck my belief system. So this is also again because of a set of abhimanam, ahankaram, ahambhavam. Because I know something, I don't want to know anything else. Well, this is a double-edged weapon. Sometimes you should use this willful ignorance to move away from certainly what you know is going to be an adharmic thoughts. Why should I know about how to loot a bank? So adharma, I know. Therefore, that's fine. That willful ignorance is good. Why should I listen to this person about that concept, this concept? That way, your preconceived notions will create a strong bubble and you stay in this. And a lot of people, we invariably choose that. We choose what we want to be there. We don't want to be challenged in life. Like Socrates said, unexamined life is not worth living for. So if you don't examine, if you don't search for the truth, then ignorance gives you bliss. These are all Anandamaya. It looks like blissful, but you are sad because you don't get challenged. Why challenge? You don't like it. Challenge, you don't like it because you hold on to a dogma. I'm not saying you hold on to the truth. You hold on to a dogma. The dogma gets destroyed by a new thought. So all autocrats do that. All religions who believes in dogmatic theory does it. Somebody said this one, infidels you stoned to death. That's it. They will do that. Because that is wrong, illogical. You don't challenge it because you want to hold on to that willful ignorance you want to put it in. So the enjoyment you have is kind of anandamayam. It is not anandam. It's not, you've not found the happiness there. There is also ignorant innocence. What is ignorant innocence? It is a positive thought that I know it. Oh, there is a lecture about this particular topic. Are you interested? No, I don't need it. I know it. Now, it is not a willful ignorance, it's innocent ignorance because you genuinely believe that you already know it. So if you already know it, how can you fill a cup which is already half full? So all this kind of an artificial happiness is not you. So here, the Bhajagovinda, what we saw, it sounds crude, isn't it? That's why it's called Modamuddham. It's called stamping iron, Bhajagovinda. It's a very lovely song, nice tune, emotionally touching. But if you look at the meaning, it bangs you on your heart. What is this, your life? Born and born, die and die. None of you, your family and loved ones are not going to care about you when you become invalid to them. It's frightening, right? Uncomfortable, right? That's why I don't want to listen to all the lectures. I sing Bhaja Govindam, gives me peace. I am devoted to God. Even the God we create, no, we don't want more God. This is my God. I don't want to know anything beyond that. Because it challenges you. When you come to Vedanta, challenges life. So that is not Anandam. Then what is Anandam? So that is what we are going to learn in the next mantra. Yeah, I want to talk about this also. If you remember that the Tattva Bodha, just to answer back Mokun's question, in Tattva Bodha, we saw the Panchamaya Kosham. When it comes to Anandamaya Kosha, evam eva karana sarira bhuta avidyasta malina sattvam priyadi vritti sakitam sad Anandamaya Kosha. Etadu Kosha Panchakam. Bhagavan, there he has given the Anandamaya Kosham that you are trying to negate. You must negate because that is not your Swarupam. What is that? Karana Sariram. It is a logical Sariram, like a Stula Sariram, Sukshma Sariram. It's a Karana Sariram. Very simple. Karana means, what is a Karana? What is the reason? Why the reason I am in this body, in this mind, in this, I born to this parent, married this woman, have these children. All that I must have a reason. The reasons all what I have learned in my previous lives. The previous life, whatever I learned is all in a big Himalayan pile called Sanchitam. So many janmas I had. From that, God takes a handful and say, okay, you need to exhaust this mountain. Only way to exhaust is you experience it. So here I take a handful. The handful I call it a prarabdham. Go to this birth, enjoy it. That little sack I have, a parachute, with which I flew with my jiva bhavam, my chidabhasham, into mother's womb, and then I cultivated this personality of mine, is because of that prarabdha. So every time I suffer or enjoy, this sack is getting reduced. I'm explaining it. That's why when I get a problem, I go to God and say, please solve this problem. Or I go to the prarabdha karmas, prayachita karmas I do. Somehow I avoid that pain. So it's only moved in time. So your sack is all reducing. So what I should do? Bring it on. I have to suffer today. Be it. I suffer. I bear it. So that means the sack get deleted. Oh, I'm suffering because my dear wife or my children just hurt me. Good, they hurt you. Be thankful to them because the hurt will take your karma vasanas away. It's easy to say. Have you been in that position, you ask? Yes, we are all in the position. But this is why Vedantam comes and tells you, you don't need to fight it. You don't need to really fight away to, oh, this sadness I will think as a happiness. And I try to be happy. My tears are shedding in my ears, but I'm thinking happiness. You cannot do that. I'm not saying that. Because see, this mantra is going to be very personal. So you need to really take it. And I'm not trying to tell you, I'm telling myself by telling here. So don't take it as a hurt. So we all are, in a way, not honest with ourselves. Because every tragedy that I feel, I cry because somehow I think the tragedy is me. I am sorrowful. Hey, I thought you were beautiful. You are Ananda. How can I be sorrowful? Because I have this worry. So if you have this worry, It is your object that you have. Like, I have this shirt, I have this pen, I have this worry. Yeah, okay. If you say that, I have this worry. But it is still my worry. It's my worry means you are attached to the worry. But you are not the worry. So you deal with the worry, sort it out. And if it requires a cry, cry, doesn't matter. But it cannot make you sad. Because sadness is in the mind. Well, he hurt me in the mind. It's not my physical pain. Yeah, pain will come. You must take the painkillers these days. Bear the pain. If you can't bear the pain, take the painkiller. But I am not grieving for that. I am in pain, but I am not in dukkham. Dukkham is different. Dukkham is like an aditi, a guest coming to a house, staying for some day, and goes back. Of course, when somebody comes in, you have to treat them, give them a place. Okay, come sit down, have a chat. But you are waiting for him to leave someday. No matter how good the guest is, you want him to leave because, even the mother, when you have a child, loving child on the lap, after some time you say, okay, go and play, Karna. Go. Husband, wife, anyonyam. Right? Someday, let me have a walk for myself. Because that asangatvam is your nature. Unattached to anything is your nature. So all this bhavam of attachment. So what I'm saying is, the love is not attachment. We come to the attachment. We believe that attachment is love. Because we attach to the body, attached to our ego, and somebody tells me something that it is attached, therefore you get hurt because it's attached to you. Ego's attachment is grief. Even the word ego's attachment, ahankarasya bandham, and asya is the sixth case, vibhakti. Vettumai urbu in Tamil, in Sanskritam, in the Vyakaranam, the vibhakti is a case, is a declination of each verb. I gave him, I went for him. Go on the mountain, climb up the stairs. All these things, verb do the changes, right? There are 7 vibhaktis. The 6th vibhakti is a special one. Why? All the other vibhaktis or the cases are related to the kriyapadam, to the verb. If you say in English, I say, I was going, I was coming. In Tamil, I say, நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறேன், சாப்பிட்டேன். This kiru, kinru, aninru, you add that, it's a suffixes you add, it becomes a different words. Everything to the verb. But the 6th vibhakti is to the noun. This is Rama's house. Rama's house. So Rama becomes Rama's. That's a change in the noun because he is attaching to the house. Everything else is called anyway, I will not go into that part. But what I'm saying is, if ego's attachment, that Shat Vibhakti you can even remove, because ego is attachment. The different name for ego is attachment. My house. Why I say my? Because I am attached to the house. So the arrogance way I'm saying my house, the arrogance is the attachment. That's why I'm saying that sixth vibhakti is not needed, but just for transactional communication, I'm saying this. So this dukkham that you have is like a guest coming to a house. You talk to him nicely, he stays there. He goes back to deja vu, all the old days. You give coffee, you give tiffin. He just doesn't like he's leaving. Then you start not attending to him. You say, okay, you sit down, I'll go inside. I've got some work to do. You go there. Then after some time, you even disappear because you don't want him anymore, right? Dukkham is like that. It comes there. Okay, it has come. Face it. Pain has come. I go to the doctor. Do that. But I don't want to really entertain him all the time. But will he go? He will go. For sure. 100%. How do you say that? Because he was not there before. He is now. He will not be there tomorrow. What is not there now can never be ever present all the time. This is the Bhagavan Ramana's Mahamantra. If it is not here now, it is never there. But whatever comes will go. So if I know this, if I understand it, if I inculcate it, I deal with this pain, my dukkham, I am not, asangatvam I have, I am not attached to it. So do I love dukkham? Do you ever, as anybody loves dukkham? Anybody loves about having grief in the mind? No. That's why we love Anandam. And therefore, you may ask, okay, like dukkham comes and goes. Even sukham, I don't have sukham now. The sukham may come and go, is it not? Well, you have to remember Patanjali. The sukham you see in sensational objects is dukkham parading as sukham. I am jealous because neighbor has got a fantastic iPhone. I don't have. It hurts me. I have this harboring this grief in my mind. My daughter gives me a birthday gift, a new iPhone 17 Pro Max. Joy comes in. The joy was not there before. Is it Anandam? No, it is also a dukkham coming as an Anandam because tomorrow you'll have fear. The day after tomorrow, when it is lost, you're going to have a lot of dukkham. So this sukha dukkhams are not Anandam. The Anandam is what you love most is Anandam. Because you put it this way, you love something because it gives you Anandam. But who do you love most? Oh, my mother, my father, my girlfriend, my wife, my dog, my job. But everything you say, just ruthlessly go and analyze it. By the way, when you are in this Vedanta class, even if you come as a husband, wife, brother, sister, no, we see as individual. It's all for personal. So you consciously take it. You will see that I love somebody because the somebody is attached to me. I don't grieve for somebody, some son got killed in Syria in a war. It is a sad news, but I'm not grieving for it. But I am sad because my son or daughter get a small headache. Why? Because I have the attachment to it. The attachment is called atmasesham. Something attached to me. So that means even a small sesham I attach, But what about the full myself? Yeah, I love it. You believe it or not, you love the most passionate love that you have is on you. You love you more. I love myself more. When you say it, it looks horrible, right? But that's the fact. You like this handsome actor, beautiful actresses. You watch her all the time, her movie all the time. Put a photo on this wall. After some time, you get bored. But how many times you watch yourself in a mirror with the black hair one day, gray hair, doesn't matter. Still, I'm happy to look at my face because it is my face. I love it. Is it not? This is what happened to Yajnavalkya when it comes in the Prakadaranya Upanishad. So he's decided one day to take his path. Okay, his chosen method is to take sannyasa. So he says, look, asmati sthananasmi hanta hanta deyanaya. He goes on saying, look, I'm going to give you Katyayani and Maitreyi. He had two wives. Bless him. I'm going to give you all the properties that I had saved for you, divide between you two, because I'm going to go in search of the true self. Katyayani is happy, okay, he's an old man and he wants to go somewhere else. He leaves everything. So I have the protection. I remember him fondly, but I'm happy to live. Very practical woman. She's okay. The Maitreyi, very curious. I said, look, you lived with me all along. I thought you loved me. I thought you were happy with me. Now you're going to find happiness somewhere. What is that happiness? It's called Ananda. What do you mean, Ananda? Don't I love you? Don't I give you the Ananda? Then he says, look, Maitreyi, you love me dearly. Now, because you asked me this question, you become more dearer to me because this is what I need to talk to you. You love me dearly. But you love me because I am your husband. Because you love yourself. It looks pretty rude to her, right? Come on. I love you dearly. You say, I love for myself. Then he says, look, I love you because I love myself. Because I love myself so much. Wherever my Atma station there, wherever my light falls on, I start loving them. So therefore, Maitreyi, because the infinite bliss is in you, love you. So that's what I want to do. I want to pursue that path of knowing that Ananda Swarupam I am. Because all the sukham that you get, sukham and dukkham are knives. One comes with a sedative toast knife. Other one is honey toast knife. Okay. Dukkham is a sedative toast knife. So it comes and scars you in your mind and body. When it scars you, because it's sedated, you become deluded. You worry about this grief. Your true nature is more hidden. Whereas sukham, sensational sukham, emotional sukham, is honey-soaked knife. It also scratches you, hurts you. But when it scratches you, It opens up the Atmanandam, your true nature. When the Apple iPhone comes in, 17 comes in, a new gift in a gift wrap, that sharp knife that is, it did a scar on my heart to express my natural swarupam of light, Anandam. I get the Ananda taste of it. I am momentarily happy. Understand? So this Sukha is only making you to reveal your Sukha nature, Ananda nature. Then why not I be that nature itself? Well, that is what the two verses are. Like you are the imperishable, not inert chit you are. Now you are going to realize you are that Ananda Surupam you are. So that is what in these two verses we're going to see. Putra vittadayo bhava yasya yesha daya priyaha drashta sarva priyatamaha soham itya avataraya. The phrase has come back. Soham iti avataraya. So decide, assert, you are that Atma. What? Which Atma? Yasya seshadaya putra vitta adayo. Putraha, children, vittaha, all this property. All that becomes pleasure-giving things to you by whose attachment? Yasya sheshadaya. Sesha means sambandham. Sesha means the extra connection. Remember this, because life is nothing but, if you want to define your life, it's not your not events of house, property, children. No, your life is a function of your relationships. All the relationship, if you put them together in a file, that is your life. And a relationship is a sambandham, bandham, sambandhi. No, a new relationship coming. Some we say in a prayerful manner, some means good sambandh, good bandham, not bad bandham. So, Sesha means bandham. Yasya Sheshadaya, by whose connection, it's very easy to understand. My son, my daughter, I get more love towards that. Because the my is the one that adds it. I told you to experiment not using the word me or my experimentally, Instead of saying this is my house, you can say this is the house I live. Instead of saying this is my wife, I can say this is the lady I married to. You say I try to practice the me, my bhavam go away. Of course, I'm just teasing you. I mean, you can use it, me and my, but I just want you to be practical. My sofa is dirty. I get the real grief there. If I say this sofa is dirty, then now I have an object to clean. You see? So why should I say my sofa? Why does the my comes into the sofa? It's a sofa. I paid it. It is in the house. It is in the house I live. Rather, I should say. See, this attachment adds bandham. So the happiness if you get from your children is because you're attached. Here use the word Priyadamaha. The pri is a root. Pri means love. Okay. In English, we only heard love as the only word, so we use the word love. Priyam, modam, pramodam. Happiness because of attachment. With blemish, with super and super. Pramodam means extremely nice. We say pramadam. Pramadam is wrong. Pramadam means ordinary. Somebody gives food, you say pramadam means okay, it's nothing exceptional. That's what it meant. It meant pramodam. It gives me extreme happiness. This priyam, you say, I love my child, I love all the parental love that we have. Really think about it. What do we try to do? I mean, I'm saying it recognizing my own follies in life. My children have to study well. They must be the first in the class. I want to become an engineer, doctor, lawyer. I do everything for her. I want to put her in a music class. I want her to sing like M.S. Subbulakshmi. If she goes to violin, she should be a Lord Jayaraman. You put ambitions. Who? As a parent. Why? I love my child. Is it love? This is possessiveness. I possess my child. Possession means there is an influence coming. I influence my child. Child, father, husband, wife, anything you take. Possession is not love. Influence is not love. What happened when you influence it? All possession will go away. When it's gone, you are sad. When you cannot influence, you're sad. Oh, I wanted my daughter to be a doctor. No, she found niche in a creative field. You have to accept it. If I am possessed by that, I get grief. How can the grief go away? It can never go away. Why you want to live in a grief? Because we believe love is that possession, love is that attachment. Nonsense. That's the reason why even I would say father-in-law, son-in-law, or mother-in-law, daughter-in-law issues, they talk about it because of possession. It can be excellent daughter-in-law, excellent mother-in-law, but there is a friction because the possession. My son, who looked up to me, now he is going away to another woman. The love is blinded there. We use the word love, but it is not love. Child comes back jumping up and down. Dad, I passed the exam. Everybody is going to movies. I want to go. And you stop. Oh, you passed? Very good. What rank are you in? You bust the balloon. The child did not even think about the rank because it plays with the first rank and the last rank. They play together. They don't care. They enjoy. See, this is what we do. Then we have the authority. We will have the servant maid. Yeah, servant is a beautiful word. To serve is a great thing, but we use servant in a kind of a despised way. Okay, you finish the work, sit down on the corner and eat the food and go. Where is love? Authority. My boss comes in, bring him inside. He may be a drunkard. I don't care. My boss. Then we show love to them. Is it love? No, because we have attachment based on authority, responsibility. So all our love in this world are full of blemish. Why then we have this blemish? Why can't? Because we didn't ask. It's like a willful ignorance or innocent ignorance or simple ignorance. We never ask the question. When a father says to child, do this way, yes, you must say. You are a guide. That's it. You cannot change a life because you did not choose the son or daughter to come to you. You had some enjoyment, physical enjoyment, or emotional enjoyment with your partner. Boom, your child came in. So it is not you have somehow created that. You have a responsibility to guide it in the life. That's it. It has own life. Then where is this love to be applied? Don't need to apply to be love because it is not my love. Because again, this sixth vibhakti is gone because I am love. It's not my love. It's not a possession. I am love. I am Ananda Swarupam. That Ananda Swarupam is not revealed because there are things that is hiding it. What hiding it? My avidya, my abhimanam, my kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamacharyas. That means if I don't have all those things, will I be always happy? Of course you are. That's why a child is always happy. Okay, it may cry when you don't have a hungry, it may cry. That's a different thing. That's a physical expression. It doesn't cry. You may, if somebody is dead, you were going to attend the funeral, you go in a car, you listen to music, Ilayaraja music, some old songs, you listen to all this because you want to psych yourself to look sad. Then you go to the house, you look sad, grumpy, because you had to perform there. The child doesn't. It still runs around. It doesn't see the sadness there because it is in its own swarupa. I'm not saying that for you should do that. No, because we are an etiquette, we do. But we know we manage the dukkam. The trouble is this: if you start enjoying sadness, grief, it becomes very addictive. How do you mean enjoying? Who enjoys sadness? Many of us. You ask somebody, how is your life? Oh, difficult. I had to go to this doctor, this blood gas analyzer test, this thing, and I have some giddiness. As information, fine. But you see that they just reveal the same thing again and again and again to get attention, to get sympathy from others because of bhayam or because of me too, abhimanam. But honestly, because that gives them a happiness. Somebody goes and commits suicide. He suicide because he was grieving in life. No, he committed suicide because he believed by committing suicide, he will escape the grief. He will attain sukham. So what drove him to commit the suicide is not grief, but his belief that grief can end by committing suicide because he will end up in sukham. You see? So what is therefore eternal? Anandam. So why I am looking for the Anandam in things that are not going to give me this Anandam? That's because I did not know the I, the Atma, is Sukha-swarupam, Ananda-swarupam. Only because of my attachment to things, the things look Anandam too. There used to be, people say the dog in UK, when the dogs are all pampered, they're all given a predefined food and, like cereals comes in and they eat. But in India, for example, the stray dogs, they throw something, they throw the meat, the bone they throw, the bone, the meat the dog eats. Bone itself is a very strong mineral, right? And it's teeth. When it is biting it, its gums start bleeding, and the blood it tastes. And what does it think? The dog thinks this bone is very tasty. Blood is oozing from this bone. I enjoy it. And what does it do? It bites more, and more blood comes out of it. So like that, the thing to enjoy the relation that you have is the vistas of your bliss that you have. Occasions come and open it. For some of you, riding a motorcycle in a high speed with the wind blowing your hair gives you that bliss and you feel happiness. For some, singing a bhajan will give you. Some, a prayer will give you. Do whatever you want. But when you feel Anandam, thank that sadhana, but don't attach happiness to that sadhana. I enjoy singing Nama Sankirtanam. Therefore, Nama Sankirtanam gives me happiness. It is a reasonable statement. But no, Nama Sankirtanam is not giving you happiness. You singing Nama Sankirtanam is giving happiness. Because that happiness is in you. The singing is a little knife that tears your heart and is oozing out the nectar of Anandam. You enjoy it. So you would do it more. After some time, when you do these things, you don't even need to do this Nama Sankirtanam anymore. You are happy. It's not that 8 to 9 Balamama sings bhajan and that time he'll be happy. No, he's happy all the time because so much of pursuit on that, the scar is open now. The Swaswarupam is always coming out. That's the reason why they say Satsangatve Nishangatvam. Go to Satsangam, take something which reveals your true nature, not your angry nature. That's not your nature. Angry is your mind. When you Shantam comes in, Anandam comes in, when you find occasions like that, develop that more. Go there more. Do that more. Doing a gardening makes me peaceful. Do gardening. Flying a kite gives me peaceful. Play kite. But when you do more and more and more, after some time, the thing that you are doing, you don't need to do it anymore. Because it will be there in you all the time. That means you attain that Anandam. So the Anandamaya Kosha, the sleep, is this dukkham, this ignorance, which is covering it. It is covering it because it makes you say, ignore to avoid discomfort. Why is doing that? That is what avidya does. Avidya is Mahamaya. She's playing this world. She created all this world and you are part of it. And then you play. And you don't understand you're playing it. You take it very seriously. Your heart is aching. You come back after the business meeting fuming. And then the fume goes on your wife and children. the whole atmosphere is corrupt. And the Rambal notices, I sent him to the world to play. Look what is he doing. Then she looks at Rudra. Rudra says, okay, Pradosha Kalam, put him to sleep. Take out all his memory, put a blanket of sleep. If he doesn't get to sleep, let him eat some sleeping pill, let him sleep. I mean, a nice sleep. Where is diabetic? Where is cancer? Where is anger? Where is man, woman, children? Where is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shashya? I am completely blissful, ignorantly, innocently ignorant, simply ignorant, because I'm not challenging the truth. That's fine. But can he be like that all the time? If he's all the time like this, what is the point of this Jiva Bhavam? So Swami wakes you up. Hey, get up. Now I give you rest. Transact in the world. Your job is to find who you really are. I give you lots of opportunities because you're going to have a job to do, school to go to, love to have, life with, enjoyment to have, suffering to have. All these events, you manage it. Sakasasisha Purusaka. Thousands of heads you have, roles you have. In each one, identify, I am the Satsvarupam. I am the Chisvarupam. I am the Ananda Swarupam. I am playing this game. Therefore, I am free. If you can do that, that I am iti avadaraya. That is you. That's what you should know. So let's take the next mantra and then we can stop it. Okay. In this mantra, again he continues to give you the Ananta Swarupam you are. Parapremas padadaya Manabhuvam aham sata bhuyasam idyodrashta soham iti avatarya. Soham iti avatarya. Saha aham avatarya. I am that person. Assert that. Who is the person? Paraprema aspadataya. Aspadam means object. Premaspadam means the object of love. What is the object of love? This wonderful 5-course meal I'm going to have tomorrow. Or this, I go back to iPhone. I like iPhone. This iPhone, this car, this person, this bandhu. But they are not paramprema. The paraprema means the superior happiness, the unconditional superior joy is atmasukam. So paraprema aspadadaya, the object of supreme love. Who is that? Yaha. Who is that? Aham. Can you give me some clue how to find out? That in which tells you Manabhuvam aham. Ma, you split like this. Ma na bhuvam. No, it should be mana. There's a mistake there. Ma na abhuvam. Abhuvam means non-existence. Ma na abhuvam. No, you always think I should never cease to exist. I should always be with my children, family. You know, that part. Or you say, Sada Bhuyasam, that I am always be. Bhuyasam means I live, exist. Let me not die. Let me always be there. That, what are you talking about? That Chaitanyam. Well, I say that not as Chaitanyam. I say the body. No. You will understand as you learn that the existence is not just the body, because you lose the body in sleep. Existence is not the mind, because you lose the mind. So whenever you say, I want to live forever, you are only saying the trivial fact, because you live forever. I don't die. No, you don't die. My body will fall. Yes, your body will die. That means for the world I am dead. But I am not dead. You have to grab it in your hand, what I'm saying. We always look everything in life from somebody's perspective. That's not freedom. You can live for others, but your perspective has to be from your point of view. So when you look at somebody's point of view, I may look like a Gandhi Atmi, dirty fellow, poor fellow. But I may not be, inside I'm not like that. I may look sad to you, but I'm not sad. So you have to be from your perspective. So the moment you start projecting everything about you from your perspective, you become truly honest. Don't mix with the etiquette. Yeah, I don't wear a tie, but when I go to an office, I wear a tie. That's okay, but that's the transactional part. I know it. It's just an etiquette. I'm not talking about that. When you reveal your personality, well, I like, whenever I see the elderly person, I want to namaskaram, because they will they will think high of me. They will be happy. Well, don't do that. When I do namaskaram, I like to pay respect. That's fine. So you see the perspective change we have to do. So when you look at the perspective of others, I am dead, and I am dead in this world. My father is dead. My father is no more. Then why do I do tarpanam every month, praying that they let this food go to him in whatever, Tarpana mantra says, if that pitur is a tree, let this water be its food. When it's a rakshasa, let it be the blood. When it's be a householder, let it be the dravyam. So in whatever form he exists, that means he's not dead, right? So the death is, therefore, his physical existence not there in my body, in front of me. So for me, my father is dead, but if my father, he's not dead. So like that, I will not die. You will not die. Nobody dies. So Mrityunjayam this is what Mrityunjayam. To conquering death is not you are in the same body for thousands of years. Who would like that? Who would like that? Even if I maintain my 16, 17 years of handsome face or whatever I believe I had, I lived there for 1,000 years, I'll be old fashioned after some time. Beings will change. So it is a curse to live with the same body, but it is a blessing to have different form. Do you wear the same dress every day? You want to change. When you want to change the dress ruthlessly every day, go out and buy for a new dresses. Why can't you buy a new body, new mind? So death is therefore not a fearful thing to worry about it. It's a blissful thing to transformation. But what we worry is that what I'm going to be in the future. I understand that worry, but that worry changes the equation away. That worry changes the equation to know what I will be. So it is a challenge of ajnanam to jnanam. There are means to know it. It is not a blind fear that I don't know what I'm going to be, like headless chicken, you run around. See, all this perspective changes your life. So here he says, parapremataya. So you have the supreme premam is what it is, that you are. So I'll stop it here. So in the 24 and 25, these two are very tricky slokas because this always hurt sentiments. But hey, Vedanta is to challenge you. If you want me to tell you to validate what you believe in it, then I will be doing not a justice to this class. I must tell you what you must find it challenging. When I say I am saying about Vedanta. That's what Vedanta tells us. Vedanta challenges you. It makes everything upside down. That's the reason why before you take Vedanta class, do all this needed to purify your thoughts, purify your mind, because it shakes your fundamental of it. But the good news is, this is what I want to say. And Socrates say, ignorance is not a bliss, you must try. His disciple Pluto said, yes, but the pursuit of truth is unsettling, but it ultimately rewards. Vedanta. Ignorance is bliss. So I take medicine, I drink, I sleep, I tamasic away. You die, you born, you are like that, like, in management, we call it a mushroom management. Mushroom management is, put the employees in a dark place, feed them shit and watch them grow like a mushroom. Mushroom grows in gutters. You can feed anything, it'll just grow in darkness. Like that. Growth is not what you want. Knowledge is what you want. So these two mantras, in 26, 27, we just reconfirm this. That finishes the Tvampata Vicharam. Then we are going to the Vakkya Vritti, Vakkya Vicharam in the next class. Okay, let's go to the Shanti Padam. Om Ashadoma Sadgamaya
Om Asatoma Sadgamaya
Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya
Tamasoma
Jyotirgamaya
Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya
Mrityotama
Amritangamaya
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om
Om
Shanti